can just use Pragya money to buy car. I mean, some cars.
Currently?
Currently.
Wow.
Yes.
So would you advise me to buy Pragya or buy probably taxi for someone to use it?
That, I know a lot of people want to venture into this tricycle business. That is the Pragya. And then most of the people have been asking the question, how will I enter this business? Today we are fortunate to have Mr. Abednego Edu. I mean, a banker who also, I mean, into an entrepreneur. And I want to just ask some questions on behalf of people who really want to enter into this business. So stay tuned as, I mean, we answer this question that will favor you as you partake or as you engage in this, I mean, business to help us all. Thank you. It's on the move, Steve. Subscribe now. Okay, good afternoon, boss.
Good
I'm
afternoon.
Stephen.
Okay. Abednego Edu.
Abednego Age.
Yeah.
You know, for a couple of months in discussing about this career business, you have always want to just ask a lot of questions about how the business is. Like
Sure.
if someone wants to just venture into it, the ways and means or some of the things that the person has to do,
Okay.
so that the person will not enter into the business and then feel like that is not good enough.
Exactly.
So today we are here and we want people to just see what you have. I mean, you are standing on behalf of everybody that wants that I mean video will just reach him or her about some of the questions that you've been asking so that they will just pick some and then maybe they will know the right decision to take when they want to just buy a Pragya for their business. So welcome once again.
Thank you.
Okay, so we can just move on with your
question. Okay, so Mr. Steve, thank you very much for this opportunity. And thank you for your viewers too for having me on this show. In fact, I have interest in doing this Pragya business. It is one of my key priority. But then I'm scared of things, so I need to find out from you. You being an expert, you have been in the business for a while. I want to find out how the Pragya business is like. Is it lucrative for me to venture? So that at least when I'm going in, I have my chest out that I'm entering into a place where I'll be comfortable. And you know, we are working for money, so all is part of it. So I want to find out currently as it stands now, how is the Pragya business going
all right.
in terms of the price and the sales?
Okay, I think that is a very good question for me. So now let me just say the Pragya business have been a very lucrative or good business at the time. Because as we can see for some time now, I mean Pragya is everywhere in most of the region in Ghana. And then I can boldly say someone that have been engaged in this business for like let me just say like 4 3 years now, I can say that is very good. And then what I would say is mostly it depends on the drivers too as well.
Okay.
You talking about the sales.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get a good driver, obviously, I mean, what you want to achieve in the business, you will get it.
Okay.
So I can just, in a nutshell, I can just say the business is very good. Supposing
Okay.
you have the right person
Okay.
for him to just do your business or your career for you.
Okay.
So this one, let me just chip in. You were just saying so that you it's something that you want to just
Yeah.
venture into.
Yeah.
And that is why sometimes you see me like you asking a lot of questions about it. You say you wanted to do it. Is it because when you find yourself in a place whereby the Pragya has been, I mean, numerous,
Okay.
and then you decided to take the opportunity?
Okay.
Or
So
what really happened?
okay, of late I've seen that a lot of people are using the Pragya for business. I see it a lot in town. So as a businessman, I thought it wise that I should find out if it's lucrative, then I venture. So that's my one priority. And you know, everybody venture into business for a profit. So my key interest is to find out whether it is lucrative, as you've explained to me. And my second question is, um, currently, currently as it stands now, would you recommend that I buy the Pragya, give it to a rider, or and the person will be doing sales for me, or it's prudent for me to buy, give it to the person to do work and pay?
Okay, so my answer to this question is that like I just said, I said earlier, the Pragya business it depends on either side you find yourself.
Okay.
Like you said, maybe maybe you wanted to, you are asking a question of you getting someone to do it as a work and pay or as
Exactly.
a daily sales for you.
Exactly.
It all depends. But currently, what I would say is, because of the behavior or some of the attitude that the Pragya riders have been putting on recently,
Okay.
most of the people who want to just do this kind of hustling want
Yeah.
to venture into the work and pay system.
Okay.
Because they think with the work and pay, once the owner owns a share in the Pragya, the person one way or the other might take care of the
Be
Pragya in a
serious
way.
with it.
That
Okay.
is it. So most of the people too are doing that.
Okay.
But on the other side too, the number or the daily sales too is not something that is bad because the
Okay.
majority of people are doing that.
Okay.
The best thing or what you have to do is to get a good driver.
Okay.
And I think with that one, when you get a good driver,
Okay.
I mean, you'll be fine. So
Okay.
that is what I can say about
So, as a businessman and looking for something like this to venture,
it.
when you are recommending, do you think that it's prudent for me to start with probably one, or I can buy more than three or four and use it as a business? Or I should start with one, look at how it goes before I can put more money into it? What's your take?
Okay, that is a very good question too. And then I always say sometimes if you want to enter into a business and then pay your capital or the kind of money that you want to just invest in such business, that is the money that you have. And then maybe perhaps you know the kind of profit you can get at the end of the day. So imagine you have money that can just buy five pragya, and then
Okay.
that is what you have decided to just do. Obviously, you can do that. But on the other side, you might be thinking of the people who can be running it for you. That is a
Okay.
challenge too.
Okay.
So now, no, someone that you are coming into the business, I mean, you are coming into the business. What I would advise is maybe you can just buy yourself or get yourself one or two
Okay.
so that you see how the business is going.
Okay.
And when it happens to be like that, now maybe if the business didn't work for you,
Okay.
it wouldn't be say all your usikana then
Sure.
action. So maybe you will try one or two or three together, and then you see how it works. And on the
Okay.
other side of the work and pay, I always advise it's very important for the work and pay. If you have enough money, you buy plenty,
Okay.
because it takes a longer duration for you to get your interest.
Okay.
Maybe taking a whole 1.5 year to buy a plug for somebody to just earn like 30K a year. For some businessman, that money will look like a small money for that
Okay.
person. But assume if you have like more than five, you have your money, you invest in this, like buying more or more, and then you could just see the profit that you get with that.
Okay.
So ideally, you can start with something small to see how the business is, and then later you can just pump in
Okay.
more.
So having mentioned that, can you give me an rough estimation of the price of Pragya now, and how much if I buy it, or duration if probably I'm giving it to someone to work for me, can use to pay?
That is a very good question as well. So currently, I think the Pragya first, the amount wasn't all that good. So
Okay.
people were just shipping in, but now it has become expensive.
Yeah.
Let me just say, you can just use Pragya money to buy car. I mean, some cars, home use car.
Currently,
Currently,
wow.
yes.
So would you advise me to buy Pragya or buy probably taxi for someone to use it?
That is where you find yourself.
Yeah.
Assuming Koforidua here we are,
Okay.
you can just see the influx of Pragya everywhere.
Exactly.
So as a businessman, if you want to venture into it, you just have to see the kind of transportation that
Okay.
exists here.
Okay.
Let me just say, if you go and buy taxi in Koforidua here,
Mm.
you run at loss
Okay.
because all of the places that is in Koforidua here, Pragya dominated.
Okay.
So depending on where you find
The
yourself
area you find
and then
yourself.
what you go
Okay.
into.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So I think I've answered the
Yeah,
question
you've
there.
answered the
And
question.
then what again?
And I wanted to find out, so if I buy it for someone to do work and pay, in your rough estimation, you having an experience in this field, how many months, years do you think the person can do it and pay it without any problem?
That is a good question as well. Because you see, with the work and pay, normally the buyers or the people who want to just engage in this career business mostly give the riders, let me just say, 1 year to 2 years. or
Okay.
what most of the people or the drivers accept is 1.5 years.
Okay.
So assuming now the prices of Pragya now ranges from, let me just say, 40,000 to 45,000.
Okay.
So what they do is they buy and they double the price for the rider to pay it in less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years.
Okay, so I give myself at least 2 years
Mm.
for the person to pay back the money.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So that assuming like the 40, if it's 40,000 and then you double it, let's say it's 80,000, right?
Yeah.
So including your profit too as well.
Okay.
So you expect the driver or the rider to pay that 80,000 within 1.5 years.
Okay.
And then sometimes because the Pragya has been many in the system now,
Okay.
so some of the buyers they don't mostly just double the price for the rider to just use because they realize they've been struggling with the payment and then how it because the Pragya is many.
Okay.
So maybe they will just give them for the 40,000 or the 85,000. They
Okay.
will just maybe deduct some 20,000 from it,
Okay.
or maybe some 10,000 from it. Let's assume like 75,000 for the
Okay.
rider to just pay.
Okay.
So if you want your driver to just give you a good, accountability on how, he can just operate your Pragya for you, then
Okay.
you have to also be considerate when it comes to that.
Okay. And I want to find out how is the market like? Looking at Kuforidia, for instance, where we have a lot of Pragya dominating. How is the business like as in terms of taxis and Pragya, the relationship and the places that you can load and go and all that? How is it like?
Okay,
Is it feasible?
that is, for some time now, we used to know it was just a taxi that was running in most of the places
Okay.
in this country. And then now the Pragya has just come to stay.
Okay.
So obviously, when it comes to the, let me just say, the harmony or the thing that exists between Pragya and then other transport, that is the taxi and the tow truck,
Yeah.
I would just say it wouldn't be, it's not something that we can just say we all like because
Mm,
the Pragya or the taxi people don't really accept
the
the
Pragya,
Pragya
they
people.
think they are taking their
That
job.
is basically the thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
for that aspect, at first it
And
wasn't
now
too.
Pragya too has made transport easy.
Mm,
Every corner you can get Pragya, but for taxi they will
mm,
tell you we won't go to this side,
yes.
you won't go to this side. But for Pragya, when you pick Pragya, it goes to anywhere you want to take it to. So I think the Pragya business is doing well.
It's actually doing well.
Yeah, it's doing
But
well,
I think the taxi riders and the tow truck people, they think the Pragya has taken
taking
their
their
job.
job.
So that is like what is creating this kind of problem.
Oh, okay.
But for now, I think they are trying to, everybody is trying to just
Accept it.
accept it. So
Okay.
it's better now.
Okay. The various types of Pragya, because I've seen that now we have a lot of Pragya in the system. We have some being 3 seats, 2 seats, and all that. Which one do you think it will be recommended?
Mm,
At least looking at the safety of it,
mm,
the insurance and all that. I want to find out, do we do insurance for these things?
mm,
And how does insurance companies also respond to when something happens to
mm.
probably involve in an accident or those stuff? How does insurance also
Wow.
come in?
As long as I've been in the system and I'm trying to just hustle through with this campus or be in this campus. When you buy a Pragya now and then you want to just do the registration, obviously they try and then make sure that you get covered with insurance.
Okay.
But as to when it works, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work
When you
like that.
find yourself into problem, that is your matter.
Mm,
The sense we don't even know what the insurance that Pragya people have been.
okay.
Trying to just make it possible for their business work
Okay.
for them.
Okay.
Let me just say, they work for them as well. And then
Mm,
with the branch, they have different types of brands in the system. They
okay.
have the Bajaj, they have the Piaggio, they have the Pakine, and then all that. Now they have the electric Pragya too in the
They have
system.
electric
They have the
Pragya.
electric one too. But
Wow.
it's because the Bajaj, depending on the area, when you go
Okay.
to some areas, they have different type of Pragya dominating.
All right.
Like for here, we have the Bajaj,
Okay.
which now the company they've been able to try to just do gates and all that for safety sake.
Okay.
So media our advice where you live or where you find yourself, the type of Pragya that exists there, that is
Okay.
what you have to
You have
patronize.
to
But
patronize.
the Bajaj, as most of the
Okay.
riders say, is the best.
Okay. So talking about the Pragya and the new model you are talking
Mm.
of, how is the consumption of Pragya?
Mm.
Can you fill a tank and work with it for the whole day? Because now, as we are calculating for sales
Mm.
too, you should also look at how the driver will also earn something. Because I know the person who is riding the Pragya is also looking for something to eat.
That is very important.
Ɔno nso ɔsɛ ne nsa kɔ n'ano.
Mm.
Nti ɔno nso ɔtɔ fuel a obenya biribi kakra wɔ so.
Mm.
After ne sales a watua ama wo no, how is the consumption of fuel on Pragya?
So what I would say is that I think the Pragya people are really, they are, I mean, they are loving the business. Let me just use this word.
Okay,
Because you could just see, like I said, the Pragya is now coming in the system a lot. It tells
okay,
you that the people really appreciate its existence.
okay,
So then when you come to the consumption, the Pragya, the new ones that exist in the system now, I think when it comes to it really consume petrol a lot as
okay.
compared to the old one.
Oh, okay,
So let me just say, a Pragya rider can just fill a tank like 200 cedi
okay,
or maybe like 180. And then you see, depending on the time that he will work,
okay,
it might not even take the driver to. So I think because most of them has been in the system for long, they know how to maneuver their way on trying to just uh, find out how they can get. Because if you want to get more, it means that
okay.
you have to sacrifice and work more.
Exactly, exactly.
As simple as that.
I get it.
So that is how it is.
Okay. And I want to find out, looking at the number of Pragya that we have, do we also have experts who repairs them in case it gets spoiled or you need some parts? Is it available, or when you buy it and you use it for a while and it gets spoiled, you just dump it somewhere? Do you have experts who repairs them, and is it costly to repair Pragya?
So what I would say is that for what I know, as somebody that has been in this business for a while, Pragya parts are quite expensive.
Wow.
Let me just use that.
Is it recent or it has been for a
I think
while?
it's been for a while.
Since
Uh-huh.
Pragya business started,
Yes.
it's expensive.
So let me just say, in everything they might just have some of them that you can just find it at a cheaper price.
Exactly.
But when it comes to the major issues of the Pragya, that is why we always advise the drivers to be very careful using the Pragya.
Okay.
Because when a major issue happens to the Pragya, I'm telling you, it's very, very serious.
Okay.
Recently, there's one that I have, and then there was an issue with the neck.
Okay.
The neck, they said it's tear pull or pin.
Okay.
And then I went to make inquiries about how it works so that I could just face it and then we
Okay.
use it and all that. And then when I got there 3 days ago, I went there, they said 1,002
Okay.
if I want the original one. The pin too is like 150 or 180. So you see, fixing the steer pin for a Pragya for almost like 1,005, which is money.
Okay.
So let me just say, Pragya parts look expensive.
Very
And
expensive.
then there are experts of mechanics. Everybody, they are everywhere that they can just fix your Pragya for you. They
Okay.
have people, the motor fitters and all that. They are
Okay.
the people that fix Pragya, and then they are everywhere.
So, in your view, what do you think accounts for the expensive part of Pragya? Because I know that most of the times, especially cars and motorcycles and all that, when they are a lot in the system, they also make provision for parts, so it becomes cheaper. Looking at weight, for instance, initially when it came, it wasn't too much, but now we have a lot of weight in the system, so their parts are quite, it's not expensive. But so how come we have a lot of Pragya in the system, but still the parts are expensive?
I'm sure it's because they've realized people are actually patronizing the Pragya. So when
Okay,
Pragya came, the price wasn't like huge as we talk of. You can even get like 10,000 or 9,000 to buy a Pragya 5 years ago.
okay,
But now you can't buy it. So they've realized people are what? Patronizing the Pragya a lot.
okay.
So maybe, I mean, whatever be the case, you have it. So if the price is high and then you will not buy, it's up to you.
So how is a registration process like?
All right. So the Pragya registration is not any big deal.
Okay,
So you buy your Pragya at a dealer, and then you send it to DVLA.
Okay.
They will just do all the registration that you want for you. So they will do the registration by giving you your number plate,
Okay.
and then what again? Add an insurance too, you can get it there at the DVLA,
Okay.
and then your roadworthy, everything
Okay.
is just there. And then before that, because it now has become a commercial use,
Okay.
so you have to also go to the municipal to
Okay.
just get that registration too done.
Oh, okay.
So it's just as simple as that. You can just
Okay.
use a day to
Okay.
finalize everything.
And the rider too, what are the safety measures? Is it only license, or what else can the driver also put in place so that, because of late I see when I'm in traffic, I see that most of the police men are interested in stopping the Pragya. They will just signal you park here. They will just signal you park here. What account for that? And how can we solve it since we want to enter into this business?
Mm.
How can we solve it? Is it always paying money, or you can put some measures and this thing you work with your Pragya without even police stopping you?
Let me just use most of the Pragya riders are just causing a lot of problem in the country.
Okay.
I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are very good.
Okay.
But so how will you just be driving and a policeman will just stop you?
Okay.
Or in the person driving the Pragya doesn't even have a license.
Okay.
Or maybe some of
You're
the
not following
particulars
traffic rules.
rules, very important
Okay.
thing. You know all this kind of thing.
Yeah. Driving careless.
Everything.
Exactly.
Most of them have been just engaging in this
I
thing. So
get
when
it.
a police officer sees this thing,
Okay.
obviously he will stop you.
Exactly.
And so they always say the police are our friend.
Okay.
They just stop them anyhow because
Okay.
of some of them, the attitude that they portray out there.
Okay.
But what you need for the Pragya as a rider is you just need your licenses.
Okay.
I mean, your valid licenses. I mean,
Okay.
mostly the Pragya, they use a license A.
Okay.
And then you get your commercial license. So there is a commercial license that municipal people to also
Okay.
offer to the driver. You get, so when you have these things and all your papers are okay, I think
Okay.
you wouldn't have anything with
Okay.
the police people out there.
All right.
And so your last word,
Okay.
what will you say to your
Viewers,
listeners?
all too soon we've come to the end of our discussion, and in fact, I must say that I've learned a lot. So as the questions goes, we were trying to find out from the the one who is having expert in it. He has been in this system for too long. So we find out that in fact the business is very lucrative, but it depends on you who is venturing. You make sure you go in with all your mind. Just as you are doing a business, you put all your effort in. Exactly. You do the same thing, and mind you, you get a lot from it. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I mean, so most of the questions that the guys have been asking me on the comment section about how I should just venture into this business. Senior has been able to just, expand a whole lot of things, questions that you need to know, and then I have answered it politely. So every question that you need, if you want to enter into this Pragya business, this video is for you. And I bet you, if you watch this video, you can be able to just go into this Pragya business and then enjoy your profit. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah. Yeah.